Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show y'all how to find highs and lows in your metal when you're block sanding. We're blocking primer today. This is the initial, first block sand we're doing on the tailgate of the 70. I've already, see how that don't look very like it's even touched it, so we circle it with a pencil. That's low. See, we got metal here and we got smooth primer. Well, we got a little dimply there, but we got metal here. That means this is low. This will block out with primer. I can't really feel anything that's outrageous or anything, but we're gonna block the back here. I got some 80 grit and 120. Because this is the initial block, I just want to cut it down. We're using 80. And we're just gonna go in the X pattern. Back and forth. This is what we're gonna do until we find metal, until we find metal. So we got a little metal popping up here. Can you see that? Make sure y'all can see. Got a little metal. So I was taking, I turned my block like this, and I was blocking like that. See, we got metal. Normally I'd use a little small block, but this is what I got right now. Yeah, I'll go grab a little small block. I'll be right back. Should be over here in the truck. I get it too, actually. So this block right here is from O'Reilly's. It's a Master Pro little foam block. You can't bend it. It's just comfort grip. It's the only foam thing. I got a little piece of 80 grit on DA sandpaper from Harbor Freight. That's what I like to use on it. But I don't want to buy another block just because I'm out of sandpaper. And this one, it's actually a little too rough for that. Is from Lowe's. It's like doing sheetrock or whatever, but it's really flat. You can get in the corners with it and do stuff like this. That's why I like it. So I can get up in that body line right there with it. That's important. That's what we want. We want the body line to be straight. We don't want someone to look at the tailgate at the car show and be like, I done a Rust-Oleum paint job, and then be like, man, that looks like crap. Because that's what we're doing. We're doing a Rust-Oleum paint job. We're going to try to use all Rust-Oleum product on this. I still have some 2K primer. I might spray some more over this if I want another high build, but I don't think I'm going to use one. So we're hitting metal. That's about to hit some metal. And I'll just show y'all. Well, anyways, we got a low right here. I don't want to sand this no more. I need to sand right there a little bit more though. And what we're looking for is where the sandpaper ain't touching, where the sandpaper is not cutting the metal, well, the primer. See, I don't know if y'all can see that, but we have metal in here now. And so we're gonna circle this. Well, there. We need to put some filler. A skim coat of filler will take care of that. I can feel it dip, just like over here. So, back to blocking with this. I also have this long piece of angle iron. It's well, not iron, it's aluminum, with a piece of 80 grit wrapped around it. You can take it, go like that if you want to get something straight, like the bottom of a door skin or something. You block it like this. You just keep on blocking. You gotta think this is straight, this block we're using straight. We want to make this panel perfectly straight. So if this is perfectly straight and we sanded it on here, you gotta think, shouldn't that make this panel straight? As long as we don't dig too much material out while we're sanding. You see, we got metal here from earlier when we were sanding. I'm gonna swap back to the board file. And line sander, whatever you want to call them. I might need to go get another piece of 80. The sandpaper kind of wears out fast and you use it on a bunch of filler. That's what I've been blocking, filler. I mudded out the whole bottom, the body line down on the door skin. I mudded it. It had a little, it's a brand new door. I done a little metal work on it to get the door gaps good. But even though it's a new door, it's 20 years old. And so it had a little ding in the bottom of it where it had been sunk in like a piece of pipe hit or something. And it wasn't enough to metal finish it. It was real small. And it wasn't straight anyways, it wasn't perfect. None of the door is. But if I just filled the whole bottom of the door filler and I'm blocking it down. So I want to get rid of, you want as little filler as possible. So I'll take that, coat it, I'll sand it, and I'll tell me what's wrong with it. Where all my lows. It's looking like we're gonna have a low spot in here. Let me go grab a roll of sandpaper. And we'll keep on blocking. If I can find the sandpaper. Yeah. Alright. We got some fresh 80. This ain't terrible. Well, definitely ain't as sharp as that. I'll wrap it around a Bondo spreader. And I use it to get into like the door jambs or anywhere really. It's not sticky sandpaper. So what I do is I stick it in there, clamp it down. I wish I had some sticky sandpaper for long boards, but the stuff around here you can't get none. Gotta order the crap. I don't want to spend $30 on daggone roll of sandpaper. I'll just get by with what we can get in town. The Bondo, the filler we'll be using in the next video is the Bondo name brand. I don't like it. I like that Evercoat body filler. You can buy it at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, on Amazon, wherever. Really good filler. Can't remember what it's called. It's like gold, Evercoat. It just sands good. It sands way better than this stuff. Than Bondo brand, I think. I mean, I've used a lot of the, I'm almost to the bottom of that gallon. And I'm gonna buy some U-Pole lightweight gold. O'Reilly says some. And that's what I'm gonna use. Because it sands better. It don't separate in the can. It's creamier. It just spreads better. And I don't want to have to buy no polyester resin to mix in my Bondo to thin it out enough to make it where I can sand it. Well, not sand it where I can spread it. You don't want to have to buy more product, waste more money on a product that should be good to block anyway. Now, if you're blocking something out for somebody and they want it done dirt cheap and you buy some of that crappy, $20 a gallon filler, from wherever, They sell it. I'll admit, we've had some. It's like $50 a gallon for this Bondo. It ain't bad. I mean, I don't like how it sand's all right, as long as you got really sharp sandpaper. I don't have no 36 or 40 grit sandpaper. I want to get some. But most of what we're doing is in primer. So 80 grit, 120 is fine. I got 240, I don't use much of it. It's just for every now and then when I'm getting ready to primer or something, I'll scuff it up with some 240, you know. But I don't want to be having to buy stuff to thin my Bondo out. That's just more I gotta buy, and I don't want to have to buy it. I want to be able to spread the filler on there and be done with it and sand it now. And I'm not building filler up thick enough to need no 36 grit. I know some people, they'll build filler up, you know, from here to space on something like the door or a bedside or anything, because it's got a dent in it, and they're too lazy to take a stud gun or like them Vevor dent pullers and get it out. So we're hitting metal. Y'all can see that right here. Yeah, I'll move y'all over here. So we're hitting some metal right there. So I don't want to go no further. Well, I'll sand a little down here actually. Yeah, I don't want to go no further. So what I'm seeing is that's still all dimply. I can feel it dip. Couldn't before, but now I can. So that needs filler. So basically, all this right here, what I'll do is I'll skim coat it. I like to put more filler on there than I need. I don't like sanding filler, but I'd rather sand it once and not come back and sand it again and sand it again and sand it again. I'll probably skim coat this whole section right here. Not from like here down, because this is all fine right here. And be done with this, then have to come back and fill it again. Well, I still got a low spot. I mean, really, I could do that with glazing putty probably, but I don't want to buy glazing putty. I'd rather just use filler. Filler, it don't sand as good as glazing putty, but it's cheaper. I get more for the same price. So we're gonna keep on. You can take, what I do with it? Oh, here it is. It's a brand new Bondo spreader. It's from Lowe's. It's Project Source brand. It's cheap Lowe's stuff. Good. I like it. It's pretty good quality, actually. So I'm satisfied with it. I'd recommend it to anybody. This feels good in the hand. It's a little flexible. Use that to get rid of the dust, so you know I ain't inhaling it. I don't have a mask on because I'm talking to the camera. See how gritty that sounds? That's where it was spray and dry. I was trying to clump up. I needed to thin it out, but I didn't. So we're gonna just keep on working. You could take an inline sander and do this. No doubt about it. I wouldn't go straight to 80 with an inline sander. The air file. I'd take it, I'd use 120. I use 80 all the time on it though when I'm blocking them. What is it? When I'm blocking Bondo. Tell me what I use. It's 80. I'm gonna spin the Bondo again. Trying to get it back up to room temperature. It's cold outside. It's like, right now it's probably like 50 degrees. It was like 30 the other day, and try spreading filler in that. It don't happen. You'd expect the quality of the tailgate to be pretty good. It's new. Now I mean, for what it is, it's alright. I wasn't around when Dad bought it 20 years ago. And we just want to keep blocking. The reason I would spray this tailgate normally, mist it down with some black rattle can, you know, whatever color I got, just mist it. And that will, for instance, right here, it still have black paint on it, because that'd be low. But I can look at the primer, because I'm just roughing it in, and see that that's low. I can feel that it's low. Geico's just a good way to see that it's low, give you a visual on it. So we're just going to keep blocking it. You want to listen to your sandpaper. It still feels really gritty. That's good. And sand at the bottom. Sand at the top on that body line. Now, when it comes time when we're doing body lines and everything, I've seen tricks. A lot of people, they'll run a piece of tape down it, the sand of the tape, and they'll put a piece of tape on the inside and sand to it, and it'll give you a straight body line. If you do it right. If your tape's straight. Keyword, if your tape is straight. But I'm going to try to do that because I want it to be as good as I can. So for hitting metal, again, now see that? That's metal. We don't want to go no further here, but we still got a little dimpliness over here, up at the top, but we ain't at metal up here. So I want to sand that a little bit, because I want to block as much out as I can with this primer. So if I'm not hitting metal there, I can keep going. And my body work ain't perfect. I'm just I'm learning as I go. I'm gonna try to teach y'all as much as I can about it, even though I don't know very much. I actually got a little low right there. Feel it dip a little bit. Yeah, that's really low actually. Very low. I'm literally using the garbage can to hold the panel. Just keep sanding down here a little bit. You know, most people would think, oh, that's a new tailgate. It don't need no filler. It should be straight. Yes, it should be. You gotta think, a rocker panel is like $15. Well, I don't even think it's that. A rocker panel, I don't believe. I mean, they're dirt cheap, the panels you get now. So, it ain't like it's gonna be perfect. You're gonna have to body work it. And so we got a low spot there, I can feel it. So, we'll probably mud. I mean, well, yeah, we'll probably mud this whole area. I can feel it dip, kinda, it's a little wavy. But the file's cutting it straight. It's just we can't cut down that low before we're hitting metal. And actually we're hitting metal here too. So this section through here might have a little low through there. Yep. Got a little low spot there, actually. There. So we don't want to go no further here. So we're gonna dig ourselves into metal. We don't want metal. See? Dad blocked that side over there. You see where he hit metal, he stopped and moved on down. Same thing we're doing here. He just didn't circle it. I'm circling so y'all get a visual representation. I'm gonna move on down. See how it cuts real rough. All that grittiness on that sandpaper on that rough primer. We'll eventually cut out though. Make sure y'all can, well, actually, I'll move y'all down here. See, these are inexpensive tools. I bought at Harbor Freight. The angle aluminum, you get that at like Tractor Supply, I believe. We had some laying around from a project. I actually don't even know where it came from. They're just laying around, you know. You can use paint stir sticks. You can get them at Lowe's. You gotta make sure they're not twisted though. I actually use the twisted ones to stir up my paint. So I can use them as a straight edge. And we'll work the whole bottom of this tailgate in this video. The next video, I'll show y'all how to mix up some filler. It should be heated by then. And we'll mud the tailgate. I'm only gonna go in spots. You don't need the whole thing to be mudded. I don't want that. So that's why I'm not gonna, if it was dimply everywhere, you know, it wasn't like, if it was wavy the whole way down it and it wasn't all straightened out with primer, yeah, I'd take and I'd fill the whole bottom with mud. I'd skim coat it. Take inline sander, knock it all down. Well, I'd probably use a DA before, but. And I just sand it. I do advise you to wear a mask when you're doing this. Some respirator, I don't know. A dust mask work, I guess. Normally I have a fan going out here. I got the heater going now. I gotta start getting better at filming videos. Y'all, I'm trying to educate y'all. I know I was doing the John Deere 318, the mower deck. Sorry, I ain't got bearings for it yet. I gotta get them ordered. You know, Christmas is coming. I'm gonna haul some stuff off the scrapyard. We might use some of that money. I'm planning on getting an engine stand. After I clean the shop out and everything, we got to channel the rear frame. We flipped the rear leaf springs on the truck. I'm planning on getting an engine stand. I'm gonna buy a big block Chevrolet. Well, that's what our goal is. That's my goal. And I want to put a 454 in it, in a Munzie M22 4-speed. I want to build a street rod out of it. You want the M22 Munzie. That was the big block transmission. They're the ones that you want. They will hold up. So when you're out there at the red light and somebody wants to race you, you can walk away from them and not have to worry about losing the gear. Because I'm not building it to where it won't hold up. I'm just gonna mild street motor, 300, between 300 and 400 horsepower. Nothing too crazy. Really, I don't want to switch out the rear and have to go get a 12 bolt because I got this 10 bolt in. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We'll build it whenever it comes time. I don't want to need to get a different rear end. As long as I don't build it to the point where it needs a different rear end. I don't believe I will. You want to go in crisscross crisscross pattern. I need to slide the tailgate back on the trash can. And the reason for that is so you don't it cuts one way, then it cuts the other. It cuts down faster, I guess you could say. So y'all see, we've hit metal. Don't want that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Looking pretty good. I think most of this will block out primer well. Rephrase that. I don't think it's filler. It needs filler. Well, feel a little ripple. We'll mark it there. That's gonna need some filler. So we're done right here. Remember, you can feel more than you can see. That's why people use the guide coat, so they can see what they're doing. Because it'd be nice to be able to see what you're doing. Instead of, well, I don't want to keep sliding it down. The tailgate fall off the end. Let me go on down to the end here. If I don't quit kicking the tripod there. And we'll probably have the same scenario. This will probably be low, this will probably be high, because that's where they fold it. Well, that's where they spot weld the tailgate together. I'll go ahead and tell you, we're painting the truck flat black. The color it is right now. Just we use the turbo cans. That's just something to protect it a little bit until I can go back to bodywork, and we're in the bodywork stage again. We're hitting top and we're hitting metal there. So you don't want to keep sanding there. Just slide it on down. This would have took all day if we kept that old piece 80 grit. It's more like 120 now. More like a fresh piece of 120. I keep it and I'll use it on something. We spread our filler. Well, not spread, turn it. Do circles. Kind of acting like a DA scanner, I guess. Starting to hit metal. I'll scoot y'all in so you can see that. See, we got some scratches coming through. Yep. Can't go no further there. See, we're hitting metal. We'll sand that in down there. This is a piece of 180. Sandpaper it come with. I would recommend getting this block from Lowe's, like I said. I don't know if I said it earlier. So we have a low spot here too. I don't know if y'all can't even see that. We do have a low spot there too. It's a little low, yeah, down here. So it's gonna need filler too, just like the other end, which is what I was expecting. So we'll mud that out. Probably from here down that way. That's a bad arrow. So what we done? There we go. I just didn't want to use the air gun. So need some filler there, filler here. Y'all can see how it's dimply compared to looking like this. Need some filler there, a little there. Need some there. Some little skim coat there. And here. I ain't worked down in here yet. I want to get everything else done. We're gonna fill it out here, down here, here and here. Can't. Well, They don't really need none. I think I'll block out. I don't want to get too heavy in that body line. That might block out with a coat of primer. I don't want to be putting filler down in that little gap. So, next video we'll be putting filler on us. We've been doing this for 30 minutes, so y'all probably bored by now. But thanks for watching. Next we'll be putting Bondo on there, name brand. I'll use it again, but I don't want to. I've been working on the truck. The door jammed down there. I done some metal work up there. Bed needs to be worked. This is what I mean. It was high on each side. I got guide coat on it now. It ain't too awfully thick. The corners are folded down a little bit. I folded that back up. You see where we're hitting metal. That ain't too thick. That ain't too thick a filler. See, I ain't even sanded it yet. Still got the ripples and everything up. This is the air file I was talking about. I got a little makeshift regulator. Oh no, I just put some fittings on, but just to clamp some. You can glue paper onto it, clamp it on there. That's from Harbor Freight. I like it. It's pretty good. That's just a DA from Harbor Freight. I like it a lot. It's a pretty good brand, in my opinion, for doing stuff like this. But I'm not gonna mud the top of the door. I don't feel like it needs it. We're just gonna primer that and see how it turns out. But we still got to bodywork everything else, like the hood and everything. It needs to be. I DA sanded that. It's got some spots in it I missed. We'll bodywork that next. I'm just doing the tailgate because I want to get it in primer because it's going to be sitting a while, and that rusty metal primer will seal it. But I'm going to take the hood off next and get it on my stand, and I'll spray the inside of it with primer. We'll work the outside of it. We got a 350 in there, 700 R4 transmission, 10 bolt rear end. We're going to run that. It's throttle body injected because this is a 92 Silverado frame. But I'm gonna run that until I get a big block. I just want to get this thing going again. But thanks for watching. Next video we'll mud this thing in some spots and see y'all then. Thanks for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thanks for watching.